They say Nigeria is too rich to be poor and too poor to be rich. Why has the country stagnated on the path towards development? Listen to The Conduit on Vision FM 92.1 Abuja every Thursday at 9 a.m. as we explore issues around illicit financial flows in Nigeria, government's regulatory and policy frameworks, and offer practical recommendations to addressing the economic problem. The Conduit is powered by the Center for Democracy and Development, CDD, with support from Trust Africa.
Beautiful morning to you, and we apologize for bringing the program late your way. This is the program The Conduit, and The Conduit is brought to you by the Center for Democracy and Development in support with Trust Africa. Today on The Conduit, we'll be focusing on transfer pricing and regulatory frameworks in Nigeria. We'll get to probe into issues around this situation, transfer pricing, regulatory frameworks in Nigeria. You know, the concept of transfer pricing refers to the rules and methods of pricing transactions between enterprises under common ownership or control. Typically, the concern on transfer pricing is with cross-border transactions where income and expenses are located among taxpayers in different jurisdictions. In a broader sense, transfer pricing is not illegal. What is then illegal? Abusive or illegal rather, what is illegal or abusive is transfer mispricing. It's known as transfer pricing manipulation or abusive transfer pricing. The Nigeria transfer pricing, that's the TP regulations, actually require taxpayers to carry out all transactions with related parties at arm's length. And the arm's length principle, usually considered being acceptable for tax purposes, is not when two unrelated companies trade with each other, but when two related companies trade with each other. They may wish to artificially distort the price at which the trade is recorded to minimize the overall tax bill. And this might help it record as much of its profit as possible in a tax haven with low or zero taxes. And it brings us to our focus this morning: transfer pricing and regulatory frameworks in Nigeria. Not to forget, the country has a total focus on illicit financial flows, that is IFFs. My name is Omleha Ode, and today in the studio we have as resource person Paul Alaje. He is a senior economist, SPM. Glad to have you on the program this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, and thank you for having me.
Okay, we'll just hit the discussion. To what extent is transfer pricing functional, especially its awareness among taxpayers?
Well, to a very low extent, very, very low as far as Nigeria is concerned. The awareness is relatively poor, but I know that authorities are doing their best possible because they classify these as those who perhaps will send money across border and also fund across border, or those who trade across border. And just to add to what you mentioned, this happens in a lot of ways, not just by misinvoicing or by giving some kind of invoice. We also have government officials who perhaps will bring shadow companies of some sort, shell companies of some sort, to also lay claim to funds in order to get in dirty funds or to put it. And I am aware that several trainings have done before regarding money laundering, because money laundering it has an hidden place here where you can have money laundering by layering or by integration, dirty money that is coming from another country, another sources. It is easier for such money to find its way within our shores, or most of the time to even leave our shores in order to have a hiding place abroad.
Okay, is it at this point you get to say it has become illicit, or there's more to it becoming illicit when we talk about transfer pricing?
Now, first, the moment you are giving a wrong invoice, it's already illicit. Even if the invoice is right and there is some level of agreement or conspiracy of some sort between the buyers and the seller, the recipient and the other person. Also, you may give correct invoice, but when it comes to, you are not using the money for the purpose you claim you want to use it for, And you see people even approach some religious organization and say, I have this money I want to bring you from Nigeria. My religious leader just permit me to send it to your congregation account. It could be Muslim, it could be Christian. Such money are illegal. The question is, what kind of transaction are you or your company doing for this money? And why can't you put it in your corporate account? So when you see this invoicing, it's already illegal. Even when the invoicing is correct, and there are a lot of suspicions as to you are planning to integrate the money back to the system, or you are trying to bring it in layers to the system, then it's already illegal. So, but if you are running genuine business, and your business has gone through necessary authority, you are not hiding, then that might not necessarily be illegal.
For Nigeria, right here, are there rules to regulate transfer pricing?
Yeah, first, economic EFCC and the new rules, the organization that is actually help government fighting this is the Financial Reporting Council. A Financial Reporting Council just got a bill separating them from the shadow of EFCC, so working perhaps in partnership or alongside the Central Bank of Nigeria. That agency is the agency having the responsibility to fight. Why did I say that? They have connection to database of so many financial reporting councils in the world. So where the money is leaving, there are some level of information that Nigerians can get. And also, if such money is leaving Nigeria, our own financial reporting council, did I say financial reporting council now, is NFIU, National Financial Intelligence Unit, I beg your pardon, not financial reporting council, NFIU, National Financial Intelligence Unit, Nigeria Financial Intelligence Unit, NFIU, can help to trace the source of such funds and also repatriation of such funds back to Nigeria by talking to other sister agencies globally. But when we want to leave it just to Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, EFCC will do it best, but it's better because of the kind of application and software that is available to NFIU globally. So the point here is regulation as to how money is moved is already being put in place. If you go to so many banks and you are doing transaction worth above some level, you see that with CBN, with NFIU, and with EFCC, these three agencies of government agree to say any amount beyond certain figure, then it will be flagged, it will be reported. And that is why many businesses today in Nigeria, you need to go and get SCUMU certificate so that you are mandated.
What certificate?
SCUMU certificate. So that certificate is what mandates you if you receive any suspicious fund. That fund, for instance, people use non-governmental organization or NGO to receive such money or use that avenue to transfer it out. So once you have such organization, it is believed that you have to report to the agencies of government. And if you don't, if you are having some kind of inflow that is very unusual, then such bank is mandated by law as we have it today or by regulation as we have it today to report to EFCC or to flag it so that authorities will check and see if the source of this money is illicit or is genuine.
Okay, with the fight against corruption, there's been this thing of technology coming into play.
Yeah.
Do you think anti-graft agencies and the CBN, the NFI you've gotten to mention, even EFCC, have the modern capacity to trace illicit funds?
I still really don't think so. I think that some money most money now we have to go through the bank. Most money. You cannot carry money cash. If you have more than $10,000, you have to declare. If you don't declare and you are caught, well, you have to pay for such penalties. Now, technology beyond just what is coming. No $50, no $5 will fly from anywhere abroad to our shores in Nigeria, and no ₦1 can fly from Nigeria to abroad. Because we need technology, as you mentioned, but we also need strong judicial system. Our judiciary needs to be very strong. I'll give you an instance. Before technology, which I will go back, a former governor in Nigeria was reported to have engaged in money laundering. But in Nigeria, the man could not be convicted. But he went abroad for similar reasons, and the man was convicted. I give you about Malabo Oil. Malabo Oil deal in Nigeria. the people that are involved are still going to court coming back. But abroad, everyone abroad has already gone to prison.
Yes, because I was even going to ask, based on the Panama Papers that were released,
Yeah.
it doesn't seem to be something they are really probing into.
Exactly. That is in Nigeria. And those are the issues. That's the challenge. So no matter the technology we want to put in place by the bank, we have to also educate judiciary to understand these transactions, how the transactions move and so on and so forth. And this is why a number of us have recommended to NFIU, to EFCC, and to CBN is even getting into large things. You need people who understand technology and economics, how money moves, finances. EFCC is not just about police or about lawyers. Lawyers are good, police are good, we need them in EFCC. But we also need some profession, because what we are fighting is financial crimes. So you need people who are professional in finance, who knows how this money are moved, who perhaps we act as consultants to the criminals in order to help them to move their funds. So come on board so that if you know how the money could be moved, you should know how the money could be blocked. Because you see, it is not enough for us to go abroad and say we are repatriating Abacha. What the best thing to do is to pin down the money within our country, because the money that has gone out would have gone abroad to create jobs for those people, would have reduced our GDP, would have reduced available jobs, would have caused crisis at home, would have put our people in poverty and penury if the money is taken out of our share. So the judicial system needs to be properly trained, educated, and also make the lawyers and investigative journalists to also know how this technology works. And perhaps we have an arrangement with those that are abroad, with countries where all of these are working. If you move funds from some countries abroad, it will be known, it will be flagged. There are so many checkpoints, there are so many control systems. That may not just be here. If you can beat the banks or EFCC, then you perhaps will be having a freedom. I'll give you an instance of, we are not proud of this, of two Nigerians who perhaps move money in a place where we thought there is no regulation as to money laundering, United Arab Emirates. And in less than 48 hours, right before my own eyes, these guys were surrounded. Why? They were using technology, money transfer, to move money, illicit money, from United Arab Emirates perhaps to Nigeria. But they already put checks in place to seize the movement of this money, because they claim they want to handle a project in Nigeria, and they move money from there. Meanwhile, the money was even coming from, I think, I'm not sure of the country now, maybe Mexico, Mexico, to Dubai, and from Dubai they plan to move it to Nigeria. But it was stopped there, and he has a way of leaving Mexico, maybe because of foreign regulation. But that may not be the case for bigger countries. You know, listen, many countries abroad will prefer to receive your money, and this is not to cast indictment on them. Why? It's going to strengthen their banking system, it's going to strengthen credit in their country, it's also going to strengthen employment will improve in their country. But when it comes to Nigeria, we are the one that is losing the fund. It is even wrong for us to receive illicit funds, let alone now losing genuine money in the hands of the wrong people. And most of this money usually flow from those who are holding public offices, say politicians or civil servants, and even company owners. Because you cannot do all of this without some level of agreement with people in private sector. So you see maybe a public office holder who is looking for how to move money and now has identified a regular person who actually moves money abroad for genuine reason, maybe buying equipment. Who just add such money to it, put it abroad, then just withdraw. You have already removed funds that should have been within the shores of Nigeria, and you have also made the whole money you send abroad illegal.
Okay, you actually mentioned something earlier about economists being involved in that's the investigative part of it, at least to block the outflow of these resources. What if those in charge of, that's the security agencies, anti-graft agencies, actually trained economically so that they have understanding for this thing, understand how to go about these affairs?
It is possible to be trained in finance, but the truth is that you cannot compare somebody who is trained and somebody who is CSA certified, somebody who is economists who are trained over the years. You know, in training, I may want to train somebody on how to give injection, but I cannot make the person a nurse overnight. I cannot make the person a medical doctor overnight. There are some things that you may encounter that may actually take time take like 4 5 years for you to know. So if you have people, rather than spending extra money to train people, of course training is continuous, why don't you identify people who perhaps have comprehensive understanding of all of these subjects? Now, Matthew, I'm not saying that we don't need lawyers or police officers at the Economic and Financial Transformation or at the ICT. No, we need them. But beyond that, most of these wars you are fighting are final days. So you need head of such parastater to actually be frank with you. Head of such parastater to have financial background alongside with security background. So you may choose a police officer who perhaps have strong background in finance or have strong background in economy. Then he already has the security part and also has the financial part, because it is the two that you are blending in order to fight corruption properly. And you see, beyond all of this, why EFCC will do most of the internal and also talk to Interpol for some of their conversations. The most important one is NFIU right now. It is what most part of the world that is financial intelligence unit. Very, very important. I'm first happy that is no longer under the purview of EFCC. It is now with the CBN, now registered with CBN, because of vital information that Nigerians are not having access to. Now, such information could be shared alongside with so many countries, so that it doesn't serve as which one, because so many parts of the world believe that our EFCC is a little bit political, and you cannot, because for now the opinion is that most Nigerian politicians are corrupt. That is the example. To prove that is now left for lawyers or court or EFCC or government to prove that other politicians are corrupt. That one, because I don't like to talk politics, that one is in that case. The important thing is we have, you see, you cannot fight illicit transfer of funds, or you cannot fight illicit financial flows if you don't have strong database, financial database. What is happening globally? You cannot fight it, because the people that are maybe into drugs and all of that, they have funds to the extent that they can also develop software and applications in order to beat the system, to cheat the system. So you now need global support of some sort. That is why America alone is not fighting. America will collaborate with what is happening with EU and so on and so forth, with Britain. So there is some level of collaboration. And if you check Africa, Africa got about 6% in 2015 of the GDP. So the same thing. So other development in Africa should not surprise us, because most of the funds, those who are in authority to help us manage our fund and to grow our economy, perhaps because of greediness, because of selfish reasons, prefer to take this money abroad to go and develop their country. So when jokingly, when you see some persons who travel and represent countries which may not be Nigeria or even Nigeria inclusive, they see good university abroad, they see nice building abroad, rather than thinking, how can I bring this to my people? What they think of is, how can my children come to this place to school? So already the seed of corruption is sown, and all I want to say, all illicit financial flow, all of them are process of corruption.
Okay, talking about the last instance you just created, is it possible for that kind of mentality to be raised from a common Nigerian?
It is very possible. When Nigerians are willing to do without collecting money for elections, when Nigerians are willing, it takes a lot of orientation, because we've been around here since 1960. To vote for someone, you must get a cup of rice, you must get a module of cassava, you must get, in fact, some persons will promise that if you vote for me, I will give you work in my farm, so that you will get. That was what was being seen. Right now, with the recent election, we get that two parties or some of the political parties were sharing money, and you have to vote, then you snap, allegedly, you snap what your what do we call it now? Your ballot paper. Then show them, then those who want to pay you will check the time and where you thumbprinted, the party you thumbprinted for. If it favors the person paying you, then the person will give you some sum of financial return. You see, until we take responsibility, then we keep having issues with those who are. So that is for public. Again, for private sector, I think government and authorities should develop a strong measure. Two now. First is, how do we stop this? Which now has to do with system. And I'm expecting some level of improvement with separation of NFIU, because Nigeria was going to be removed from confusing from global connection. But with Central Bank of Nigeria now, which quote and unquote is independent, I said quote and unquote, then NFRU working with that, we believe that there will be less government interference with what is happening in terms of finding and also stopping. Secondly, we need to have a stronger judiciary than what we have. Even our judiciary is bad, it's not the worst in the world, but we also need to expose our judiciary to technology. If it is just this year, Nigerian judiciary is saying that for all filing, it's in the 2 emails. What has happened in the 90s, early 2000 in so many countries? In 2018, Nigeria is just starting. If you want to file, before now you see lawyers go with heaps of documents to court, and he say, my lord, let me open to page this. You know, it slows the process down. So how will you say that you are explaining flow of funds to such judge or to such lawyers when we are not embracing technology? We are seeing technology as something that can easily manipulate. Even hard copies can be manipulated. It is the direction the world is going. It is the truth the thieves, the criminals are carrying. We have responsibility to also do the same. We have responsibility to also learn and perhaps beat them to the game. Because for you to beat anybody, we heard of even students who are quite IT savvy for the wrong reason, bringing in money from abroad. You have heard about Yahoo that Nigerians are even embracing that my son is doing. So the society has responsibility to play in all of this. If we want to build a society that investors will naturally come, because when investors know that in our country we encourage those who are running internet fraud, those who are diverting from one point to another. If you have an investor who wants to steal what such person do, so okay, I think Nigeria will be a good place. And when you want to repatriate his funds, we also have some of our funds helping some of our brothers to move their money abroad. And after, when they think that the coast is clearer, they bring it back and the man suddenly becomes a big man.
Okay, thank you very much. You know, it never ends when it comes to economic matters. This is still the Conduit on 92.1 Vision FM, and we'll take a very short break, and once we come back, the program continues. And the phone lines will be open just in case you want to call us and make any contributions. Stay with us.
They say Nigeria is too rich to be poor and too poor to be rich. Why has the country stagnated on the path towards development? Listen to The Conduit on Vision FM 92.1 Abuja every Thursday at 9 a.m. as we explore issues around illicit financial flows in Nigeria, government's regulatory and policy frameworks, and offer practical recommendations to addressing the economic problem. The Conduit is powered by the Center for Democracy and Development, CDD, with support from Trust Africa.
And it's good to know you're still tuned to 92.1 Vision FM. This is The Conduit. And today we happen to be focusing on transfer pricing and regulatory frameworks in Nigeria. And it's still in relation to illicit financial flows. This elder brother of corruption, like we've stated here in previous episodes. The numbers are open right now for you to call in, make your contribution, ask questions. We have our resource person, Paul Alaje, a senior economist, CPM right here in the studio with us. And he's already doing a whole lot of analysis and saying that strong financial database and knowledge of what is happening globally is a way corruption can actually be fought as Nigerians. The numbers are 080-911-27352 or 080-25140627. Those are the numbers for you to call this morning and make your contribution. Okay, I think we'll still get back to you, Mr. Elijah, in the studio. What will be the role of tax authority in transfer pricing?
Yeah, well, first of all, tax authority needs to be aware of what is going on globally. I will still go back to that. Many companies, for instance, who want to do illicit transfer, so on and so forth. What they do is that they undersell the value of the asset that they are taking abroad or what they are doing. Let me give you an example. If an importer means that it's supposed to pay for a particular item. And what they do is they declare the value of that asset. an asset that perhaps is about $5,000, you will say it's $1,000. And you see a lot of this even in ordinary kinds of business where people want to. So, but this is what FIRS and I say FIRS, this is what Nigerian customs have done. If the car weighs this kg and the model is particular way, they have a flat charge for it. Now it might be right, it might not be such that type of car might not be easy on everybody. But what the tax authority is doing is that because investigation is quite poor, the person you are buying it from, you don't have the record here in Nigeria. Unlike buying things online where the price is open, when you are paying your fee, when you are paying using Naira card, you are using it to pay dollar. One way or the other, CBN is able to see what you are doing because the fund eventually is removed from there and is converted to dollar. But when you are traveled abroad to buy and bringing it, so the role for me is understand beyond just what people are sharing. Have a method of evaluating what exactly people are doing by also having representation in the country where all of this is coming from. For instance, if a vehicle is coming from abroad, or if somebody is importing drugs and you have some exemption for medical in Nigeria, and so if some drug is coming or the vehicle is coming, any material at all, Nigerians need to have representation. Nigerian regulation needs to have representation from where those things are coming from, so that one, we are able to see and we are also able to know what the value of those things are. And it is not uncommon that with the pricing, the price is lower than that. We have already treated our government, and we have also treated our government because we expect, forget about whether government is corrupt or not. Some of those factories that are supposed to be, some of those things that are supposed to, some of those finances that are supposed to come into our country in order to develop our roads, in order to reduce poverty, they've already reduced what we are supposed to have. Again, we have quite a lot of porous borders as a country, and all those windows also give room for a lot of people to do that. Because just yesterday, President Muhammadu Buhari met his counterpart from the Republic of Benin to discuss some of these people are smuggling into Nigeria and so on and so forth. Even finances, smuggling, using vehicles by road, it happens in Nigeria. So, and I believe the authorities too are quite concerned in terms of revenue loss. So the area that should concern financial or tax authorities, be it federal inland revenue, be it that's what is happening within the country, and also customs in terms of what we are hearing at the borders, is how much in terms of revenue losses are we suffering? How much? And how do we stop this? For me, I've recommended before now stakeholders meeting to talk to those who are the largest importers in Nigeria and also talk to their counterparts abroad. How can we find a such commodity company? Why is it that it's difficult for such things to happen in some countries of the world and Nigeria is still struggling with such?
Okay, how can disputes rather relating to transfer pricing be resolved?
Well, first of all, Nigeria don't have some solution and some legal solution to help in doing. I speak because I believe that a particular body is working in trade agency to help look at this. As I speak to you, I think we do as fast as possible in the National Assembly. And what this agency is supposed to do is to compare the same thing that is happening in Nigeria with the same item in Nigeria if it was to be abroad, using for the 5-6 countries as an example, how much they are charged. And I will give you why that is. If you are importing a computer to India and the computer is valued in dollars, if you are importing it to Nigeria by the same company, what the company pays in India is much higher than what is paid in Nigeria. So the question is, how do we now do this balance? How do we have this balance such that what you are paying so it might now be having common tariff or common tax or some sort. So what you are charging country A in country C to be the same with what you are charging in country. So we also need maybe a special cost of some sort, or a special cost of some sort, so that when you have issues like this, they can take it to a special cost, not a regular cost that will take time for justice to come. But before that, we should also set some kind of pricing for what is coming. Provided what is coming is not illicit. I've assumed that all of this is not illicit. For us to be sure it's not illicit, and then we need to first have an established way of finding out whether the fund that comes to our country is illicit or not. But once we establish that it is not illicit, what we need to do is to find a standard way of measuring such finances or such assets or such funds or such property, whatever it may be, machine. What would we have cost other countries? So what would we have cost Nigerians to send it to other countries? Well, how much would we have charged? It may not be Nigeria. How much is China charge, for instance, or receive from their customs if they are importing such kind of commodity? Wow, we charge a lot. And because of regulation and because those who do business in Nigeria, they haven't been experienced of them. So we have a lot of invention and so on and so forth. And inside the invention, you see how some level. It's good to encourage business, but it will be bad because you might be affecting some level of, you might be encouraging aspect, you may be encouraging poor transparency, aspect of transparency.
And I think tax evasion gets to come in situations like this.
Yeah.
Will you say Nigerian authorities have the tools to actually fight tax evasion?
To a large extent, the way people have been fighting, how was Cuba fought abroad? Cuba wasn't paying tax in some places. We still have quite a number of organizations that are not paying tax in Nigeria. So, but with technology, everything that happens with the system can be managed. The Nigerian government is not yet savvy with the right technology to fight tax evasion on what comes in and what goes out of our country. We are trying, but to a large extent, if I rate it 1 to 10, we are still at 2 when it comes to fighting reducing tax evasion.
Can you please take this? Hello? Okay, we actually lost the call. Okay, we still got some seconds. And you could call 08091127352 or 08025140627. Our focus on the country this morning is transfer pricing and regulatory frameworks in Nigeria. Hello, good morning. Okay, it's not my fault right there. Transfer pricing and regulatory frameworks in Nigeria, and it's still in relation to corruption, you will say, or illicit financial flows in general. Okay, do I have anybody on the line? Good morning. Okay, I think we'll get to have okay, this particular one. What will be your advice as regards IFMs and transfer pricing? What will be your advice?
Yeah, my advice would be that the FRS tries to put it in some regulation, but because of poor capacity, they've not been able to implement it. And that will go back to my advice for EFCC. We need to use capacity of a regulatory body. We cannot fight what we are not prepared to fight. If you attempt to stop something you don't have capacity for, individuals that are supposed to represent us among the regulators, what happens is that business persons have access to some level of business. They buy their content and they just make it free for all. But if you have technical competence for testing, technology, and also material resources, they can reduce the level of mispricing to a large extent.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, your name and location, please.
My name is Adamu Abubakar. I'm calling from Delhi.
Okay, Adamu Abubakar, please go on with your contribution.
We are discussing the issue of transfer pricing to Nigerians as a topic, right?
Yes, that's our focus this morning.
I think the guest in the studio there, honestly speaking, from the little I've had, from the time I started listening to it, he has done good justice to the topic. He has hit almost everything critical he needs to hit. And the scope of the discussion lies on Nigerians. Until Nigerians realize that people in government are not people's representatives. Until Nigerians realize that our businessmen sometimes don't even care what Nigeria is about, they only care about their pocket. Until Nigerians realize that our institutions are not serving Nigeria as an entity, they are serving the few opportune. Until Nigerians begin to group together, regardless tribe, regardless religion, to unite in poverty and say, okay, If we are not going to get it right, then we shouldn't get at all. Because when you get it wrong, it not only stagnates you, it draws you back more than where you were coming from. Honestly speaking, we have to be subjected to all these things because nothing will produce independently. One way or the other, we are subject to answering questions. We are subject to answering orders from those who are opportune to be in front. And these people, because of the porousness of their conscience or even dead conscience they live with, they don't care about what happens. So they bring whatever in because they know you don't have alternative. Until the systems are strengthened by those who have opportunity now to stay. If you are not going to be true representatives of this nation, whether it is in business or anything, please give the way to those who will do it.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much for your contribution this morning. We appreciate you. And I think I'll be saying my thank you right here to our resource person in the studio, Paul Alaje, for coming on the Conduit this morning. Okay, Paul Alaje is a senior economist, SPM, and it's been good having him on the program, The Conduit, as we happen to be discussing transfer pricing and regulatory frameworks in Nigeria, with focus still on illicit financial flows. The Conduit returns your way next week Thursday. Don't miss next week Thursday's episode. Don't miss it for any reason. It promises to be interesting. And The Conduit is brought to you by the Center for Democracy and Development in support with Trust Africa. My name is Omleha Odin. Good morning.
They say Nigeria is too rich to be poor and too poor to be rich. Why has the country stagnated on the path towards development? Listen to The Conduit on Vision FM 92.1 Abuja every Thursday at 9 a.m. as we explore issues around illicit financial flows in Nigeria, government's regulatory and policy frameworks, offer practical recommendations to addressing the economic problem. The Conduit is powered by the Center for Democracy and Development, CDD, with support from Trust Africa.